A claps.
What it do, pork chops, rice, and gravy? It's me, Keisha, and I am back from vacation, you guys. I missed you all so very much. Hugs and kisses to you all. Tonight, we are reviewing my all tea, all shade Belle Collective Season 2, Episode 5 review. Let's get straight into tonight's episode. Oh, and before I begin, I do know that DJ Richie Sky just interviewed Marie from Belle Collective. I have not watched it yet, but I will be checking it out after I do this review. I myself also have Letitia from Belle Collective coming up very soon as well. The episode begins with Marie meeting Letitia at a V-Steam place. She's never done it before. She don't know what the hell is going on. She a little bit scared. She a little bit intrigued, child. She sit a twat on that goddamn little pot or whatever, and that heat hit that clit. And Marie didn't know what the fuck to do. Marie started coming all on herself and shit, and having to hold her breath and shit, and trying not to moan. I'm like, girl, Marie, calm the fuck down. It's just hot water. You ain't never set your ass in some scalding hot water in the tub. Calm down. But she was like, I've been celibate for a year. Well, help her try 10. It's been 10 over her, goddammit. Shit, that ain't nothing. So they start talking or whatever, and Marie says that she's having a rebirth party, and she wants Letitia to be there, of course. So, of course, Letitia's going to be there for her friend. And then they get to talking about Letitia and what she got going on with her husband. And she's just telling Marie how he been begging her back. He want to be with her, but she just refuses to settle. Like, she misses her family. She want to go back home, but she just can't give in like that this time. And I was like, good girl, because that nigga over there ain't shit, and he ain't learned not a goddamn thing. You need to just go ahead and file for divorce, sis, because the respect level is just not there, and he still got a young nigga mind. Like, he ain't nothing grown about him at all. Like, just because y'all been together for however many years and y'all was high school sweethearts don't mean that y'all have to stay with each other. It's obvious that you all have grown apart. You have grown into a full-grown woman that know right from wrong and has morals, and he's still trying to relive his teenage years where maybe he feel like, when y'all was younger, he was being faithful and he married you and y'all had a kid, and he didn't really get to live his life then, and now he trying to make up for it. Well, nigga, go ahead and make up for it, goddamn it. But leave me the fuck out of it. He's still a little boy. He needs to grow the fuck up. And so we then found out that Marie and Cedric went to Disneyland, I guess with their kids or whatever, and they slept in the same room. She say she's still celibate, but then she was laughing about it in her confessional and saying she was going to stick to that regardless. So who knows? If you want to give your vagina to Cedric nasty ass, and you continue on. Because after that, she goes on to tell us that she still love him. I don't understand why, but okay, girl. She then goes on to say he's a serial cheater, but she still love him. And that she put her career before him, and I think she feels guilty because she put her career before her marriage, and she feels like that's why he cheated. Girl, he was going to cheat regardless, whether your ass is at home or out to work, because you are his sugar mama. So at the end of the day, he was going to cheat regardless. And then she says that he even said to her verbatim that he is rotten to the core. So anytime somebody tells you that they are rotten to the core, I mean, nothing else needs to be said. It's all on them at that point. They don't even feel good about themselves. They know they ain't shit. So if a person telling you they ain't shit, they ain't fucking shit, and they gonna never fucking be shit until they decide to be shit, goddamn it. So then she goes on to say that this man was fucking call girls and all of this shit, and then had the nerve to sit up there and gloat when she talking about some girl. He still be telling me he love me. Okay, whoop-de-damn-doodle. Like, what? That's just like me telling you I love you. It ain't true, but I can say it, because it ain't shit but words. And obviously, there are nothing but words when it comes from that nigga. A nigga like Cedric telling you that he loves you is like a fucking snail crossing the road. It don't fucking matter. Like what? Like what? He has nothing to offer you but words, bitch. Like what the fuck is going on, Marie? I need for Marie to be in counseling every fucking day. She needs to have like a 2 to 5 hour session every day with somebody psychiatrist, because the way things coagulate in her brain is just astonishing to me. That you think that a nigga like him that fuck call girls, tell you he rotten to the core, a serial cheater, ain't got no job, don't want to work, feel like you need to take care of him. You even said out your own mouth on like a few episodes ago that you feel like you gotta pay for him to even be a part of y'all daughters' lives, but you still love him, and you get off on the fact that he say that he love you. Go to bed, Marie. Please go to bed. Please go to bed. Tambra and Devon meet up with her parents at their home. He's very close to her parents because he's been in her life ever since, you know, they were teenagers as well. And they are there to tell her parents that, you know, they have started the process of trying to have a baby. And her mom was like, okay, so what does that entail, sir? Does that mean marriage is coming? And he was like, you know what that means. Like, of course, that's what's going to happen. It seems like they really adore Devon and he adores them, and that they have a really good relationship with him, and they are very supportive of their relationship. Her father gives them his blessing and everything, and her grandmother comes up. We find out that Tambra's grandmother just passed away. She actually passed away while she was recovering from having the surgery to prepare to, you know, have kids or whatever. So she didn't expect to be in the hospital that long, but she was. And with doing that, she wasn't there for her grandmother when she passed on. She did get to speak to her via FaceTime, but of course that's not the same. And so she kind of feels guilty and feels like, you know, when I needed her, she was always there for me, and then in her biggest moment, I wasn't there for her. But I hope she knows that, you know, her grandmother understands. Her grandmother is watching over her and is going to be her guardian angel with this, and that her grandmother loved her at the end of the day. There was nothing that she was going to be able to do in that situation. But it was really good to see how good of a relationship that her parents and Devon have with each other. Oh Lord, that's why I'm so hoping that this shit that this girl is saying not true, because it really made me like Devon. And I'm like, Devon, don't be a fuck boy. Please don't be a fuck boy. Marie and Essie have a meeting at their office about their upcoming methadone clinics and how they're searching for locations. And Marie lets Essie know that Cedric called her about some locations, and Essie looking like, girl, we are not doing this shit again. And Marie lets her know that they are trying to reconcile and get on better terms with one another. And Essie at this point, like, girl, if you like it, I love it. I ain't gonna even waste my time with you in this bullshit. I ain't tell you about your Hulk Hogan hairstyle. I can't tell you about your man either. So, then Essie then goes on to tell Marie how she met up with Latrice. And Marie looking like, bitch, who told you to do that? And Essie tells her that Latrice pretty much owned up to the fact that she had something to do with targeting her businesses online season 1. Now, I watched the episode. I don't remember her owning up to anything. I mean, am I missing something? Did I gloss over something? Y'all let me know down below in the comment section. So Marie is like, about time she did it or whatever. Like, I still don't want to be her friend, but at least she owned up to it. Like, our goal at this point is just to be able to coexist. Like, I will never trust her. I don't want to be her friend. And so then Essie goes on to tell her that she did invite Latrice to her birthday party because she does want to be supportive. Marie ain't really feeling it, but she like, it's cool. I'm going to let her come. It is what it is. I'm on a good foot. I ain't going to let nothing bother me. If in fact Latrice did do what Marie is accusing her of doing, yeah, we can coexist. But yeah, I would never fuck with you on that level. Like, it ain't gonna be no kikiing for the show. Like, because you tried to take me down in my livelihood. Like, bitch, fuck you. But then the same can also be said to Latrice, because you tried to fuck up my livelihood off rip by talking about my hair. You know what I'm saying? So they both just don't need to fuck with each other. So then we see Tambra. She goes to visit Akeisha at her home and to give her a birthday present for her son because she wasn't able to make it to her son's birthday party. And she wants to meet her children for the first time. Soon as Tambra walked through the door, her daughter started screaming and hollering, crying. Because I think that baby thought that Tambra was the Wicked Witch of the West, child. With that loud ass laugh of hers. And I'm like, girl, that's scaring the kids, girl. So they sit down and Akeisha lets her know that not only did you not show up to my son's party, none of the other ladies showed up. And she said that Marie was supposed to come and bring her grandkids. She didn't come. Latrice ain't got no kids to bring, but she could have at least, just came to support. And after, her and Letitia last little meetup where they was going, to visit places on Ferris Street, you would have thought that she would have came with her son, but she didn't come neither. So I guess they pretty much let Akeisha know don't nobody like her. Ain't nobody feeling her bougie ass. So Akeisha then let Tambra know that last time she was with Letitia was asking her all kind of questions about Tambra, and is his name Damon or Devon? I think it's Damon. Excuse me if I was saying his name incorrectly in the beginning. Whatever the nigga name is, D. Shit. And then she was trying to get tea on their relationship, and so Tambra is thrown off like, what the fuck is that about? She's very shocked about this. And so Akeisha was like, she was kind of like asking me, what was going on between y'all. She was saying she knows somebody that might be talking to him. And Tambra was like, absolutely not. Like, ain't nobody talking to him. It's me and him. Ooh, baby. Like, ain't nobody infiltrating this. The boy is mine type shit. And so Tambra was like, I talked to her on the phone. She ain't said nothing to me. And I feel like Letitia is wrong for the way that she handling this. As soon as her friend told her whatever this tea is, which I think she already knew, of course, she should have immediately either told her friend, I'm gonna set up a meeting for you to tell her yourself, because I don't want to be in the middle of this shit. Or she should have just went to Tambra off GP because you do business with her. You have her hosting your events. You shouldn't be going around talking to Akeisha about the shit before you talk to Tambra about it. That's fake. And that's messy as hell. So if I was Tambra, I'd be feeling some type of way about that. Very much feeling some type of way about it. So it's the day of Marie's rebirth birthday party or whatever. Essie arrives first because, she was getting the venue and stuff together. She got on this red beaded outfit. Looking like a goddamn Christmas ornament. Her hair was cute though. I loved her haircut. So then Letitia arrives. Letitia looked really cute in a little body hug and, little dress or whatever. Tambra then arrives just looking country as hell. It's just too much. Everything is too big, too gaudy, and it's just a mess. Then So Gucci arrived. She looked cool or whatever. I want to learn more about So Gucci. Like, is she just a friend to the show? Like, we haven't really been seeing her. They ain't really did no scenes with her by herself. Like, what's going on with that whole situation? Like, only thing that we keep on getting from her is reads. So as soon as she gets to the party, she was like, I look at the decoration and it's black and gold. I thought this was supposed to have been a rebirth party. Why would you have black at a rebirth party? Agree. I agree on that. Then she was like, and then Marie got her face on this little kindergarten poster. Like, they need to start this all over again. She was like, the decorations is not hitting. I agree. For the theme of the party, it should have been pristine. It should have been white. It should have been fresh, light colors, pastels or whatever. Not no black and gold, but okay, girl, not my party. So then Marie arrives with her mom, who once again reminds me so much of Frankie. Like, her and Frankie, you can't tell me they ain't sisters. Marie got on a beaded outfit. Just beat it. I'm like, why is she in red sequins and why is Essie in red sequins? This is why people think y'all lesbians and that y'all go together, because why the fuck are y'all old asses dressed alike? What the fuck? This ain't 1992. Y'all ain't going to the club dressed in y'all little Guess jeans and a Guess t-shirt and y'all kids. Like, why are y'all dressed alike on your birthday? Make it make sense. Why are y'all dressed alike? And you wonder why people think y'all scissoring. Like, what the fuck? This supposed to be your day, but you dress like your best friend and y'all both look a mess. Make it make sense once again. So they all sitting down and her mama gets to talking about how proud she is of her. And she was like, I'm so messed up on that dope. I need a clinic. And she was like, I know, mom, I'm gonna get you one or whatever. She's doing this to help her mom and, other people that are suffering just like her mom. And as Marie is talking about forgiving people, Latrice pops up with her publicist as always. Latrice looks great, loved her little outfit and everything. And she walked in, she was like, hi. And Marie tells him, hey, beautiful. Oh, you look good, sis. And she like, oh, thank you. And she giving Latrice a twirl and just a cheesing and a smile. And everybody looking like, what in the Twilight Zone? What in the Unsolved Mysteries is the fuck going on here? Like, you couldn't tell me these hoes ain't been BFFs their whole life. This shit was so fucking fake. Like, okay, she came, but you ain't got to do all that, bitch. You could have just been, hey, girl, so happy you came. Have a seat, enjoy yourself. All that other fake shit, like, really, really. And Latrice was like, I was a little nervous about coming, I had to bring backup, but thank you, Essie, for inviting me. And Letitia and Tambra, everybody else is looking like this shit can't be real. Like, what in the hell is going on here? And then we get another surprise because Cedric mooching ass then show up and want a ghost from Power Old Suits. And I'm like, why is this nigga here? What is going on, Jesus? So Marie is standing in front of everybody. She is shocked that Cedric popped up on her. Low key, I kind of feel like she knew the nigga was going to arrive. But he's up in the front standing with her as she continues on with her speech. And she brings up the fact that, they have not spoken in a year. And that, him cheating on her really ripped her apart, and how infidelity played a big part in them being separated and the decline of their marriage and everything. And how after a while she realized that she should allow him to have a voice and speak his truth and his side, because for so long she didn't want to hear what he had to say because she was in so much pain. And then she goes on to say, but let me tell y'all how God works. She was like, she has lupus. She be in so much pain. She got to take 3 narcotics a day to just help with the pain, because she can't even get out of bed sometimes and stuff. And because she's just so much pain. And she says that a week ago, Cedric called her and was like, he want her to talk to this guy that runs this clinic that does this like electroshock kind of like therapy to help with the pain with lupus, so she doesn't have to take the medication. So she said she went to the clinic, she did the thing, and it actually helped her, and it's been a week and she has not had to take her medication. So everybody is cheering, they're so happy for her. And then she loses me when she says, this man saved my life. And I'm like, what? He did a great thing for you, sis. Wonderful thing. But just because he did that does not mean that he is meant to be in your life and y'all need to be with each other. The devil comes in all shapes and sizes, honey. Everything ain't of God. The devil knows how to trick you too. Okay? So Gucci had me dying laughing at her confessional, because she was like, Marie telling us how he saved her life with some type of magic pill. I guess he Jesus now. Child, because I'm like, this nigga is every bit of one of the devil's spawns. Child, please. And you sitting up here falling for this food, Wayne. So then Cedric decides to sing happy birthday. Lord Jesus. He's sitting up there, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Marie Monroe. Happy birthday to you. And these hoes squealing, oh my God, oh my God, hey, squealing this shit like this nigga Teddy Pendergrass or somebody. I'm like, what the fuck? Boo! Tomato, tomato, tomato. Get this nigga off the fucking stage. I mean, you would have thought that they was at the Apollo and this was Keith Sweat on stage ripping off his shirt. The way that these hoes was hyping that shit up. Girl, y'all should have started laughing at that nigga. No, ma'am. And Marie just sitting there, just a cheesing child, just a cheesing like a big ass fool. And I'm like, girl. So he wishes her a happy birthday and skedaddles. And Essie And her confession was like, this is what he always do. He give her a bunch of sweet nothings and take his ass on somewhere. He tell her what she want to hear, and she fall for it every motherfucking time. Obviously. So then everybody hyping her up, talking to y'all need to renew y'all vows and shit on some fake ass shit. Girl, and she told me it's just about friendship right now. Girl, friendship my ass. You fucked that nigga while y'all was at Disneyland, and now he got you sprung again and get stuck. Damn dummies. We all know at this point that the worst type of nigga to fuck is a broke nigga. Broke niggas have fucking lethal dick. They have the type of dick that will have your ass curled up in the motherfucking coma. Okay? Don't never date a nigga that ain't got shit to lose, because they gonna give they all through that dick to have you sprung. And that's exactly what the fuck Cedric ass is over there doing. He got her over there hypnotized with that out of work dick. So then Tambra brings up to the ladies about how nobody showed up to Akeisha's son's birthday party. And so Gucci was like, I already had a prior engagement that day with my husband. And at the end of the day, she kind of came across corny to me at the brunch or whatever. She didn't like how she was moving. And Letitia was like, I ain't go because my hamster died. And she was like, and then I heard she up here calling people ugly. And so everybody was like, calling who ugly? And so I don't know if they cut it out, but they didn't show us Letitia telling them at the table who she was calling ugly or who told her that she said that. Marie was like, she didn't go because she already had a prior engagement too, but she really wasn't feeling Akeisha either at the brunch as well. And so in Tamra's confessional, one of the producers asked her, has Akeisha talked about any of the other Bells to her? And she just smiles and doesn't say anything. So that gives us confirmation that Akeisha has been talking shit about the other girls to her. So then in Letitia's confessional, she confirms that Tambra was the one that told her that Akeisha was calling them ugly. Now, see, bitch, I hope you don't think because you light and bright with some funny color eyes that you better than somebody, that you look better than somebody. Because, bitch, you look older than all these hoes on here. Like, I need for you to have several. Like, why is you calling them ugly and all types of shit? Because ain't none of them ugly. So you can stop with that. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. She gives me very much, I think I'm cuter and better than everybody because I got a little coin and who my family is and because of my skin complexion. She just gives me that type of girl, and I'm not really feeling that shit at all. Because ain't it funny who she the closest with? Tambra, another light-skinned girl. But okay. All right, sis. So Letitia then tells Tambra how she can run back and tell Keisha that they don't roll like that. Like, ain't nobody got time for her nonsense or whatever. So I'm wondering, did she find out about the fact that Akeisha supposedly called them ugly after she met up with her for the little meetup where they walked down Ferris Street, or was this beforehand? Because if you knew about this before you met up with her, then I'm looking at you crazy, Letitia. Like, why are you still even fooling with her then if you knew she said this about you? So hopefully she found this out after the fact or whatever. So then Letitia pulls Tambra to the side to ask her what's going on with her and Damon, because her friend Taisha was telling her that her and Damon have this emotional connection, and she was like, I need for you to tell me the truth if I'm gonna be able to defend you. I didn't even like the way she kind of like said that. Like, why would you just accuse her right off the bat of kind of like lying to you? Who are you to lie to is what I want to know. So Tamra was like, I just personally think that all of this is funny because we all were cool. She would call him and he would put her on speakerphone. I've never seen an inappropriate text from her. They haven't even talked in like 8 months, and I know this for a fact. So then in Tamra's confessional, she goes on to say that the girl Taisha and Damon were cool and they end up falling out. And when they fell out, she sent him this long ass text message and he let her read it. So she said when she read it, of course, she went back through the thread to see if anything else was said. And she said she didn't see anything that was like inappropriate or anything like that. So she don't understand where this emotional connection shit came from. And she verifies to Letitia that ain't shit going on between them. Not no emotional connection, no type of physical connection, spiritual, mental, nothing. And she was like, so this is what Akeisha was talking about. And Letitia was like, what Akeisha say? And she was basically like, she told me that you was asking her questions about me and Damon. And Letitia clears up that, yeah, I did ask her because I knew that she's known you all for a long time. And please believe that if I was going to ask her, I was of course going to come to you right after. It wasn't on no fake phony shit. I still feel like she should have went to Tambra first and nobody else about it, period. So Letitia also goes on to say in her confession that she don't feel like Tambra is really telling it all, and she doesn't even really believe that Tambra is telling the truth about what's going on with her and Damon. But I'm once again like, why don't you believe her? Like, you feel like she's over exaggerating their relationship? Do you think that she's lying about trying to have a baby with him? And she also went on to say that she was confused because he's never around in their group settings because he doesn't come around. So I guess she's probably taking it as he must be doing something that he ain't never around us. He'll never come around us because he thinks some shit gonna get caught up or something. I don't know. From what I've seen thus far, I'm rolling with Damon and Tambra because if he didn't want to be involved in any shape or capacity, he wouldn't be on the show, period. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really know how I feel about that. I need more information from Taisha. I need some receipts, something. And I just want to know why also Letitia is so quick to not believe Tambra. Is Tambra known to be a liar? Like, what's going on with that? At the end of the episode, we see Tambra and Damon visit her grandmother's house before her family sells it. And, it just brings up a lot of memories for them both. He's used to going in the house and smelling food and stuff on the stove. She just misses her grandmother, period. And we learned that Damon even had a close relationship with her grandmother as well. He goes on to tell us a story about how she used to call him at like 12 o'clock in the morning before he had to go to work, just talking to him about their family and about Tambra and everything. And it was just a really touching moment. You can see how much he meant to their family and how much they accepted him and loved him and how much she loved her grandmother as well. Tambra then lets him know that, after the conversation that we had with my father, I feel like we need to put the IUI situation on hold. And he was like, yeah, I know that. So basically it was discussed that until you propose and we get married, we gonna put the baby situation on the back burner. So I guess we'll be seeing a proposal coming up very soon, hopefully. And then as they're leaving and they're in the parking driveway, she was like, I feel kind of stupid for even bringing this up, but I talked to Letitia and she brought up Taisha and how Taisha said that y'all got this emotional connection. And so he kind of like closes his eyes and like sidesteps a little bit. And then in his confessional, the producer asks, so what's going on with you and Taisha? And the girl kind of like giggles. And he was like, what, you think that's funny? And she was like, no. He was like, nah, because you laughing. Next question. And with an attitude. And I was like, ooh, Damon is angry, honey. Like, so I'm like, is he taking it like y'all think this shit is a joke and this is my life type shit? Like y'all using this for amusement and for entertainment purposes, but like this is my life? And then I'm thinking about when he was sidestepping or whatever, when she brought it up, it kind of looked like to me like there might have been a little guilt there. Like maybe there was something between them and she feeling some type of way because he ain't fucking with her no more and he fucking with Tambra again. And like she's like trying to ruin them or something. I don't know. I don't really know. I do still feel like I believe Damon. I really do. I feel like I believe Damon so far. And that this Taisha girl just on some bullshit trying to ruin his, situation or something or want TV time. I don't know, because it really seemed like he don't play about Tambra for some reason. I just would hope that he wouldn't disrespect her nor her family like that. You know what I'm saying? I think that he thinks more highly of her to do her like that. But you just never know with niggas. You just never really know. But I'm Team Damon for right now until he proves me wrong. Let me know down below in the comment section who y'all believe, Taisha or Damon, honey. Let me know what else y'all feel about Akeisha calling the girls ugly. Do you think Akeisha might be a colorist, honey? What y'all think about Cedric popping up on Marie giving Cedric another chance? Child, my head is spinning. I cannot wait for next week's episode because it looks like it's about to go down. Let's talk about it all down below in the comment section, you guys. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button. I love you all, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.